So it's been a few days since I uploaded my video on the Hellfire Gen 2 debacle, and I've gotten some really interesting comments that were kind of misunderstanding where I was coming from. Naturally, I don't really care, but I think it was interesting that Mr. Triggerman himself came out and spoke and pointed out to me that I don't get it and that he's just simply doing it all on purpose. And I hope to believe that this is true. And I think on this journey that me and my friends Ivan and Evan and Johnny take through the history of this man's website and company, I hope you'll join us in falling in love and just really going down the rabbit hole of one of the most fascinating component peddlers of the gun industry. So I hope you enjoy it. This will be released in, I'm not sure if it'll be 2 or 3 parts because it was a really long conversation. We had a really deep rabbit hole. But like I said, as the time goes on and as we see more captures of this website, we just totally fall in love with this dude. Don't think it'll fully materialize in this episode, but keep watching for, the journey. Hello, friends. It's good to see you. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I recently did that video on the Hellfire trigger, and again, I just want to reiterate, I completely disagree with what the ATF is doing. I think there's nothing wrong with the Hellfire trigger itself from a legal perspective, but I do think that this is a fascinating case study in marketing and some other things. And so I went through the Wayback Machine to read all about this trigger. It's not really a trigger, of course. And going all the way back to the beginning was just amazing. And I kind of wanted to take you guys on that journey with me. So I've brought a couple of my friends we're going to be going through this website together and kind of talking through it and going on this magical adventure together. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Evan Jones. You may know him from the YouTube channel Evan Jones. Evan, say hello.
I'm really looking forward to this. I've never seen this website before.
Yeah, so this is Evan's dry run. He's never seen this thing. And then we also have our friend Ivan the Troll, which many of you on Reddit will know. He is famous for his the different ways that he assembles simple ingredients into all kinds of home cooked meals. You've seen his work on if you've ever been filling up the gas station and there's a little recipe recommendation, that's actually all of his work. Ivan?
I don't even know what that means. That's great. Hi, I have seen a little bit of this website because I guess years ago I discovered that this was a thing and then made my opinions about it then when I knew a lot less than I did now. It turns out my opinion was probably right, but interested. I haven't seen very far back on this website, so the way back trip is going to be fun.
Okay, so Evan, have you ever heard of the Hellfire?
But I'm not very familiar with them.
But you have heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Okay. So let me just pull up on this internet. Well, there's, of course, the Wikipedia article, which we'll put up here. A Hellfire trigger is a device that allows a semi-automatic firearm to fire at an increased rate. The Hellfire clamps to the trigger guard behind the trigger and presses a finger against the back of the trigger guard to increase the force that returns the trigger to its forward position, effectively decreasing the time required for the trigger to reset, allowing for a faster follow-up shot. That's not exactly right, but yeah, the firearms are not altered. The Hellfire triggers were used along with a pair of Tech 9 pistols, which is a great Floridian design by the perpetrator of a 1993 shooting that killed 9 people. And also David Koresh, leader of the Branch Davidians, reportedly told authorities that he had used semi-automatic guns with Hellfires installed. Again, whatever. But let's see. I found there was a article on these on AK-47. Let me just go through my history real quick.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I didn't know they made that much anime porn in the whole world.
Only you can see my screen right now. I fixed it.
He's gonna leave this part in. The screen's just gonna be black, and we're going.
It's just my face.
We're gonna pretend we're looking at lots of anime porn.
Yeah, pretend.
Oh wow, I'm pretending so hard.
Yeah.
I thought octopuses only had 8 legs.
Nope.
Wow, I feel culturally enriched.
Good. Okay, no, here it is. This article that I found is also on the Wayback Machine.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it. Yeah, that's the real stuff. So this is a period. Yeah, last updated 1/4/2003.
Wow.
The Hellfire trigger system is a small metal gizmo that clamps to the trigger guard behind the trigger of your semi-automatic rifle or pistol. It has a finger that presses on the back of your trigger, and the pressure exerted on the trigger is adjustable. The net effect of this is to increase the force that attempts to return your trigger to its forward position. Thus, the Hellfire system allows you to fire your gun at full auto rates, even though you are still pulling the trigger each time a round is discharged. The trigger system comes with a copy of a letter from the ATF stating that it's legal, just in case you run into complications. And so you guys can see these original Hellfires here. They're and Evan, this is your first time seeing one.
It's the first time that I've really pondered how they worked.
So there's a torsion spring, and this Douglas goes behind the trigger and just kind of pushes it forward. And so we have here, it was available in all of the most popular firearms of the time, the Tech-9, the SKS, and whatever this was.
So is it fair to say that it's effectively just a really heavy return spring?
Yes.
It's like there's a video on YouTube that's been up there for a long time of a guy who like puts a bunch of rubber bands on the front of his trigger guard and then wraps around the back of a trigger. And so you essentially get to the point where the rubber bands themselves are so strong you can barely pull the trigger all the way back. And so that makes it so that as the gun recoils, it'll just like pop your finger off the trigger and reset it. So it's like that, only not quite as aggressive as like 20 rubber bands like covering your gun.
Right. What guns it works with. What guns it works with. Mac 90s, Mac 90s, and other AK-47 derivatives. Mini 14s and Mini 30s, AR-15s and clones, SKSs, M11s, and similar guns. Isn't this just a wonderful piece of the times, right?
It works with all of your favorite guns.
All of the normal, regular guns. For pistols, you will have to have a barrel shroud or fake surpriser to give you something to hold on to the front of the gun.
Just hold the barrel.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny has popped in. Hello, Johnny.
Yeah. Hey.
Yes, we are recording.
This is annoying.
We are recording this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is for YouTube. Yeah. Note that none of the above shoot 22 LR. The light recoil of this round will make the normal Hellfire difficult to use, though there is now a version available for the 1022. I have not tried this new version. And then he's like recommending GAT cranks and whatever instead. Is it worth buying? This is 2003. Is it worth buying? It may make an interesting collector's item, what with all the media attention it has received.
And then just AK-47.
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, yeah. He quotes himself AK-47 because this was AK-47.net, which is a website that used to exist.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Problems with the Hellfire, and this is good because you'll see as we go through the website. And this website, by the way, is not the original Hellfire systems. This new website did not come into existence until 2013. So the most obvious problem with the Hellfire device are the misleading photos of a person firing and aiming the gun at the same time. The Hellfire trigger system is designed to be fired from the hip, not by aiming. By using the Hellfire trigger system, it is nearly impossible to accurately aim the gun. Hitting a human-sized target reliably at 75 feet is quite difficult. Due to the trigger system's design, it is not easy to transition from full auto to aimed fire or vice versa. Additionally, full auto firing heats up your gun very quickly, which could damage your gun. Yeah, and then he's complaining more. Note that many of the ads for this product show people holding onto the gun with their trigger hand. This is misleading to say the least. So
you can't actually hold this gun.
Yeah, you cannot actually do that. So this is the period response, right, to this firearm. And this came out in that wonderful period of time where, again, Tech-9s were more normal than they are now. So now let's kind of skip to the end of the anime and show what this website RockinLock looks like right now.
The incredible stealth.
This is awesome.
What do the bars up by the banner do?
Nothing.
Are they just there?
I'm clicking it to no effect. But hold on. And then here we have, as of July 1st, 2022, which is a date that I have found related to nothing, by the way, Hellfire Gen 2 or Snap-on Hellfire have been classified as machine guns under federal law, and owners must contact ATF to coordinate their abandonment or destruction of the trigger device. We do not sell these. Only stealth GAT Only stealth? Gats. He straight up sells gats. Cranks will be shipped, so get them while they are available. The management. And then we have some completely normal content here, right?
The countdown.
This is the count up. This is we have here days since the event started in Monterey.
What's Monterey?
The countdown has started as it counts up. Oh wait, oh well, no, I clicked it.
You can get this for your website.
I can get it for mine. Oh my god. Last time I accidentally clicked something on a website in a stream, the audience got a little taste for my artistic interest.
That's true.
I'm glad we got to avoid that. But yeah, so again, this is just completely normal content on the website. By now, just all of this vaguely schizophrenic. This is my favorite part. Evan, you were asking why this website is the way it is. Why don't you read this? Why don't you tell us why the site is what it is?
This site is what it is. Old school pre-internet design done purposefully that protects our patrons from false algorithms and trackers. So this is hand coded, so you know you got real quality.
Web design is my passion.
What the fuck is a pre-internet website?
It's back in the old days. We used random colored highlighting for different sections to keep the government algorithm trackers off of us.
Hey, listen, Evan, why don't you read this section here for us? This big section.
Rare breed and all forced reset triggers.
No,
are
that's not what it
illegal.
says. That's not what it says. Your brain corrected something. Ivan, you read what it says. Ivan, read what it says.
Rare breed. And all forwarded reset triggers are illegal. You have to get Chevy reset triggers or you're kicked out of this household.
Yeah. Hellfire Gen 2 and Snap-on Hellfire Gen 2, even though all external with no moving parts, are now illegal as of July 2022. And then that last bit, somebody read that last bit.
Binary triggers are next to be illegal, so check with the ATF.
So check with ATF. But of course, we only sell ATF legal trigger systems that have been submitted for evaluation and classification under the NFA and GCA. Don't buy any other product that has not been submitted or you will face huge fines and prison time. And here's the thing. They're very oh my god. Okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But yeah, this is their completely normal website.
This is pre-internet.
They're like gun movies or guns for movies or fun.
Back before the internet, that's all they had.
Yes. Well, we have been selling guns to movie industry for 25 years and of just about anything. Pistols, rifles, machine gun, Derringer, the rocket launchers sold to anyone 18 years or older. Why? 25 caliber and up, full functioning. What caliber? Okay, anyway, so this is, again,
guns.
We've skipped to the end. So I'm going to take a break for just 1 second, but we're going to come back and we're going to go to the first iteration of this website. And I want you guys to just think amongst yourselves, what is that going to look like? All right, so just think real quick. All right, boys, we are back. Okay, so did we think about what the site is going to look like?
Decidedly pre-internet. In fact, it might even be pre-internet.
But I mean, but you've seen the what it has blossomed into, right? So what do you think? And I think none of you guys have seen this. What kind of products do you think are going to be on the first iteration of this website?
Sex pills.
Non-FDA approved boner pills.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. Evan?
Probably shurikens. This
Johnny,
makes
do you have
me-
a guess?
This makes me feel like I'm 12 all over again.
Ooh. I'm gonna say you're gonna have some just raw text on the website, just ASCII art to represent all their offerings.
Wow.
That's,
I
that's,
don't like
That's a big one.
that's pre-internet.
Yeah, that's pre-internet. It's ARPANET.
Yeah. It's- yeah. Well, one sec. You're all wrong, except for Johnny, who cheated.
What?
But are you boys ready?
Oh god.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Whoa.
Stop the effect when you get into or walk inside of any RV. RV support bars.
Oh my god.
What?
Eliminate 98% of sway and rocking while parked. Stabilizes your RV for a more secure feel. Available for rear scissor jacks also. Most noticeably effective on fifth wheels due to high center of gravity and weight, but also useful on travel trailers for that extra stability for scissor jack. Tested and
Please-
approved by RV owners.
Please tell me they didn't own the website at this point.
This is the first cached version of the website.
Okay, so potentially the people who make the Hellfire trigger didn't own this. then.
I have distinct suspicions. So there's a group of companies. We'll call it the Hellfire conglomerate
right.
that produces and imports and sells garbage. And I've looked at the pros on the various website, and I expect that them all to be related. Physically.
I see.
Yeah, but yeah. All three sets used with tire clamps provide maximum possible stability. It requires 58 to 71 inch span from leg center to opposite side frame rail.
You mean opsite?
Oh, yeah, opposite side. And
They have to.
this is not the 1990s. This is 2013, and the website is called RockinLock. This is just amazing. So the website remained this way until 2016. I want you guys to get ready for this. This is
Now it's the boner pills.
I'm just gonna go. All right. Here we go to 2016. And we see the skeleton, if you will, of this website taking shape.
Was
Still
Trump
has the squares.
Was Trump president by this point?
Was he? I don't know.
2016. He might have been.
I'm messing with the stuff.
I'm just trying to date this website relative to where the world was at
Don't
this
worry
point.
about that.
This looks like 2003.
So the all-new RockinLock, which is a website. This hyperlink brings you back to the one and only page, by the way. There's something totally new to the shooting industry. Okay, but hold on. All right. I wish I could hide this image. It's the RockinLock rapid firing pistol system, U.S. and foreign patents pending. What do you guys think of? I'm just gonna show it. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is it?
It's the handlebar.
What the? Alex, come here and look at this.
It's like a bump firer for a Glock.
What is it? Rose, what is that? Oh, she turned her head away.
They just bent a rod of steel around.
Dude. And well, there's some weird shit going on here. I don't get it. Yeah. Oh, and the email.
Yeah, that's big. That's hardcore.
Nice.
Good. Evan, what's that email?
An AOL address?
Yeah, it's RockinLock email. At AOL.com.
If you're watching this video, send an email to that address and say that Fuddbusters sent you.
Don't do that.
After seeing this, I really want to see the machine that this website is hosted on.
It's a next. It's a next. Dude, it's only $29.95 complete. Complete kit includes RockinLock, trigger creep remover, and legality card. So yeah, this is the all-new RockinLock. The all-new RockinLock is a unique pistol firing and securing system that can fire your pistol at full automatic rates, controllably, safely, and legally.
Controllably, huh?
Yeah, it is simple design. Allow for controllably, and use the pistol's own generated energy to fire at rate up to 900 RPM using the gun's generated energy. ... It installs and removes in seconds and is supremely accurate. Comes with a patented trigger creep remover that eliminates creep and trigger travel. Works on all pistols from 22s to assault pistol types. ATF legal and Cal DOJ approved. Do you guys believe for a half fucking second that the Cal DOJ has ever approved anything?
No.
No.
Installs and removes in seconds, secures your firearm, fires accurately up to 900 RPM, legally accurate, controllable, free trigger creep legality certificate. So yeah, that's... And by the way, when you click buy now, it always takes you to this, like, this company that they call their distributor or whatever, that is the shop that all this stuff is sold at. I don't want to click on that. I probably will, get dumped on for having this video at all, showing this website, but whatever. It's too funny. I will accept whatever. So let's move on to whatever the fuck that is. Oh, and so now they've broken the banner, right? A little bit. There's a nice gap.
Yep, that's good.
What are they now calling this thing?
Huh. They said a full auto fire pistol kit.
The world's best and easiest full auto fire pistol kit. And you get the same crap. And now there's more.
A bunch more videos. Your satisfaction's guaranteed.
100%.
Click to buy now. Buy. Damn, it's not working. Complete with free.
Kit complete with free. You get free with this order.
Yeah. So I like going through the different cached versions because they just different parts of the website just break. But like, I wouldn't say that the person who wrote this website at this point was like, mentally funny or anything, right? Yeah.
Right. Like they're decidedly hinged on the unhinged scale.
Yeah. So things kind of stay mostly the same until about 2017. So let's keep going. We're going through every capture of this website. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Here it is. This is where the thing that was the subject of all of this problems came into play. It's November of 2016. And this is like, when you see those previews for a video game and that they just like gas you up and they barely show anything and you're like, I can't wait for that new video game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This guy's a pioneer. Look at this. He nuked his whole website for this. That's all you get.
That's some big text.
And but when I say he nuked it, I mean he put open bracket BR close bracket 29 times until the rest of the
Shitted it right there.
Shitted it
Get
right.
that shit out of the way.
Yeah. So this is where we get the announcement of the Hellfire Gen 2. Does anyone want to read this this glorious preview?
I'll do it, but I don't know what voice to do, so maybe we'll fall into something.
Well, it's from Atlanta.
It's from Atlanta, but this seems like a monster truck announcer sort of thing.
Okay.
There is something so incredible and so new coming this November, and it is called Hellfire Gen 2.
It is the epitome of all any. This guy could type English. It is the epitome of all any rapid fire system ever. From the inventor of the original and most famous rapid fire system ever, this one use. For sure that's supposed to be plural. This one use all new recoil assist technology, RAT for short. I made that part up. That allows for one-handed operation. there's supposed to be a space between a period and the start of a new sentence. Unlike, quote, bump firing, end quote.
Capitalize the proper noun bump firing.
The system allows for a firm grip on the gun grip and stock for optimum accuracy and controllability.
All you have to do is squeeze the trigger to shoot at rates up to 900 RPM.
That's a lot of rip'ems.
It is ATF legal and compliant and comes with its own certificate of legality.
Yes,
which
it
isn't-
is. Own certificate.
You've seen those ATF legality certificates they give out, right? You go to atflegalitycertificate.com and they hand them out, right?
Yeah. ATF legality.
Straight from the government.
Oh.
Somebody should register.
It must
that
be
domain.
down for maintenance.
Yeah, no, it's down for maintenance. Yeah. All right, so let's see the next one, right? Because this was a preview. Let's go on. Now we get the new color scheme. It is solidified, and this is the place for, quote, Hellfire triggers trademark. So the website is look at this.
Mr. Triggerman!
Unleash real firepower.
You can
Look
look
at
at the
this
tape
picture.
that the cases are taped to.
Yeah. So, the charging handle pulled just a part of the way back to make it look like the gun's cycling. But,
Does he think it does like that?
but you can see the tape. You can see the tape the cartridges are on. It's fake.
Dude, I didn't realize the tape before. I thought that was just like very crude photo editing. But my favorite part is look at his like Spirit Halloween fucking skull mask.
He looks like he's trying to sell me some Grim Reaper boner pills.
Dude, this guy is this dude. And I love his like ham and eggs haircut exuding from And then, of course, you're playing he forgot to fucking stylize it. Hellfire Gen 2. Please note, the all-new Hellfire Gen 2 can be mounted with or without fasteners as a snap-on version if desired. But, like, you know what I love about this ad here? It is decidedly newspaper formatted. Like,
and put on like, do they know that the colors on a website are free? If they don't charge you for color prints on a website,
dude. Yeah, mounts in minutes, no loose stock, non-bump fire technology, can be shot firmly against the shoulder, select fire micro adjust.
Sure.
The micro adjust knob thing fucks with me so hard. Can be fired with one hand for pistols. Adjustable rate of fire up to 900 rip'ems. ATF legal certificate. Made in USA, all metal patent pending. So there's an interesting thing here with this website. Like with all websites who sell products that work or whatever, they never actually show the product like in a way that you can kind of understand what's going on with it. So I've got some pictures. Let's take a look. So this is the Hellfire Gen 2 right here. What do you boys think?
So it's like the Gen 1 from a standpoint of it, like it's a spring that pushes the trigger forward.
Well, hold on. The Gen 1 locked onto the trigger guard and a spring, again, yes, push the trigger forward. This one, I don't know if this is pushing forward, but
oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, like maybe it does have some sort of torsion spring effect, but like
right, because this is open cell foam.
The foam is pushing it back, and it's recoil that
Right.
resets it.
Yes, that's the idea, I think. And so
okay,
here we can see. Well, hold on, boys. We can see the parts here. Part A, Hellfire, right? Yeah, the whole thing. Part B, micro adjust knob.
Okay, so that lets you get the Hellfire right up behind the trigger, I guess.
It's right. You know what we call this in the industry?
It's like a
It's a fucking screw.
right. It's like a thumb screw.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and so what I understand here, and again, because none of this is written in real human language, that you would tighten that up to use it in regular mode or whatever. They claim the rate of fire is adjustable, so perhaps the idea is that friction would, but that's just not how bump firing works. Yeah, there's got washers, button heat, rubber, rubber buffer, so it's like open cell rubber, and then G,
Of course,
magnet.
Have to have the magnet.
it's important.
Fucking magnets. And for you guys out there, I don't know if you know, but like we in our community have been struggling with magnets because it's like magnets are to stupid people like a perpetual motion device for guns. It's like,
Eddy currents.
let's just use magnets.
It breaks the brain.
Yeah. So whatever, but obviously the magnet like kind of keeps it against the back of the trigger. Certificate of legality.
Wait, you cut that out?
The ATF gave him that right there.
Well, so the certificate of legality here, and so I found there's it on the AK. So here's another one that I found that somebody had posted. Read instructions carefully. Make sure your gun's unloaded. Point in safe directions. Certificate of legality. The Hellfire Gen 2 is not subject to the provisions of 18 United States Code or 26 United States Code. Any questions, contact Department of the Treasury, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, which of course it has not existed under since the early 2000s.
Right.
So let's see if we can glean anything from these. So the instructions are mostly obscured. When installed properly in the gun and grip, your thumb and index finger are touching the device. The device bridges your thumb to index finger via a metal bar and allows the device to glide freely along the grip of the gun. When you slowly squeeze the trigger, the device pushes rearward, creating a space between your thumb, index finger, and the grip of the gun. When a round is fired, ejects and rechambers the next round, the space is closed and quickly resets the gun's trigger. The special timing rubberized buffer system slows down this action just enough for the next shot to fire as long as even pressure is kept on the trigger. This also serves to prevent premature hammer drops. As long as steady pressure is applied, the gun will continue to cycle at a full automatic rate, faster or slower depending on the tightening of the micro adjust knob, which also serves to activate or deactivate the device. So what do you call, this firing cycle that was just mentioned, right, where the recoil will cause a movement, a sort of independent movement of the gun from your hand, which is not directly connected to the end. What would you guys call that type of firing?
I mean, it's bump firing, right?
No, this is not. It is, like it says right here, it is not a bump fire device.
Oh, right. So it's not bump fire.
It's Hellfire.
That's right.
But listen, carry the legality card whenever you use or have the device in your possession. Failure to do so could result in your arrest or seizure of your gun.
Nothing worse than that.
This device must be used with extreme discretion. Do not cause problems for yourself or others by using it in a foolish manner.
Number two, whenever the Spider-Man taking his glasses off so you can see clearly, finally.
Yeah.
Number two actually says, please don't fucking sue us whenever you do something stupid with this. Thank you.
Yeah. And then number three, somebody read that for me.
This may be the last time that you, as a free person living in an independent nation, may have the opportunity to buy or use something like this device.
How true.
The opportunity for something this great doesn't come along very often.
It's truly special. So yeah, there's nothing like it.
Oh, look, there's a phone number. Call that phone number.
Stop. Ask
if the trigger comes with the skull mask.
So, it is. And so we've added now, it is ATF legal and compliant and comes with its own certificate of legality. So get on board and call now to make sure you get yours first. There is simply BRBR. Nothing like it. All at only line break $59.95. He privated, of course, all these videos. And then if you have trouble placing orders online, just call us. Because we like talking and getting to know.
Where do you live? How many exits are there? Do you have any pets?
What's that in your pocket?
Instant legal, full auto, get ready to rumble. Attention.
It is actually Monster Truck Announcer.
Yeah. And so this is the original Hellfire, which is now $29.95 at whatever the uses your trigger, all metal, lifetime guarantee, ATF legal. Somebody read that. I'm dying. This is how the original Hellfire came into this completely new company that's totally not the same guys, right? Because this company has only been around since 2013, mind you, right? Like this. So yeah, go ahead with that.
It says in very fine text that you guys probably can't read that we were afraid of liability from things that happened with their first product, and so this isn't us; it's somebody else. And we stumbled onto a cache of the world famous Hellfire trigger systems. We heard they were designed by guys that are really well endowed and very smart. They were cool guys. We improved it where it is easier to use than ever. We now call it
Super Hellfire.
Whoa, did you say Super Hellfire?
That's right, Jim.
Whoa.
If you have ever considered converting to full auto select fire, and red tape or jail time got in the way, then the Super Hellfire is for you. Like, this blurs the lines between like an obvious ATF trap and like people who are so stupid that they can't tell the difference. It's
Where's
great.
the line between it? So that's the thing, right? And that's what Fed posting is. Like Fed posting, there's a fine line between Fed posting and schizo posting.
They're just consistently saying like, yeah, this is full auto. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So, but listen, guys. Here, ATF legal. The Super Hellfire installs in seconds behind the trigger. The patented device
Raises and lowers.
the trigger pressure utilizing the action of the weapon's ejection. So all you have to do is lightly squeeze the trigger. You will actually feel the trigger move against your finger at the same time your weapon would fire if it were converted to full automatic. Since the trigger functions singly with each shot fired, it's completely legal. And then with no kerning, more than anything, the Super Hellfire system works.
That's the most important.
And then we
thing
still
to
have this
know.
fucking thing.
All the way at the bottom, the
All the way at the
redheaded
bottom.
stepchild pokes his head out of the closet.
Still RockinLock email.
Can I have something to eat?
No, go away.
All right, so let's keep on going. Let's move further along. But so yeah, this is the genesis, like all at once, right? The Hellfire Gen 1 and Gen 2 materialize on this like this glorious website. At some point, this guy comes in with his like signature attire, and that's what I'm excited to get to. We got a lot of captures, so we're gonna be going through. This is gonna be a long fucking video, whatever.
Somebody's job at the ATF was literally just to keep capturing this website going like, guys, is this us? Is this the FBI? Who's doing this?
Who's John?
Which one of you's doing this? Come on.
They reordered the website, got rid of like half of the schizoid text.
The stepchild's still at the bottom.
It's still there. I'm gonna be sad when it finally disappears, because we know it went somewhere. It went somewhere that they might finally sell out of the massive production run of 25.
20 years from now, we stumbled onto a cache of the world famous Glock Bingus that just makes it worse.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna wait for, the original RockinLock. Oh fuck! All right, no, here, yeah. So in September of 2017, we get a new, clearly formatted for web, Hellfire Gen 2. And look at the look. That is not my resolution. The text is missing half of its pixel.
And what's that gun?
That's clearly an airsoft gun.
It's like extremely like, look at the case deflector. What's it doing?
It's clearly an airsoft gun.
What's it doing up there?
It's manifestly an airsoft gun.
Yeah, you can see like a bulge in the stock for a
Yeah.
battery.
Yeah, and people have always commonly whined at me. They're like, "You can't tell this new stuff." No, like look at how thick and juicy the lower is. There's no step down.
And like that case deflector is just wrong. That's
Yeah,
not that's not where they're at.
That's not where they go. And ejection port is kind of on some stuff too.
Yeah, the ejection port's sleepy.
All new Snap-on version, only $34.95. Custom fit for AR-15s and AKs. Retrofit pickage for others. No loose stock. Built-in buffer. Non-bump fire technology. Can be shot firmly against the shoulder. Select fire micro adjust knob. Like, you guys are using all the wrong fucking words. Like,
Yeah, select fire means something.
ATF legal certificate.
You can't have an ATF legal certificate and
yeah, they
it
don't
be
see-
select fire. You can't do that.
Unless you paid your special tax. So here's the thing, like, so here's where it really, because I was going through these and I'm like, you know, there's something odd about these guns. So, like, notice the choice of AR in this photo, right?
I mean, it's kind of hardcore. I respect it,
Well, it's like,
but it's
it is
different.
cool.
but it's different.
Well, no, but what is it about this? Like, that's probably a very early. I mean, it's clearly a very early. I don't know. It's probably not a Colt SP because it's got a bayonet lug.
Right, and it's like it's like a short carbine handguard
Right.
with what looks like maybe a. I guess it might be a carbine gas system, but then the
Yeah.
full 16-inch barrel.
Yep.
But it's an A like an A1 upper.
Right. Slick side. So
Yes,
a
slick side
decidedly
A1.
boomer gun.
It's pretty yeah.
All right, so let me just ask you, given that, what AK would you expect a boomer to have in his closet to show off that the device will work with an AK?
It has to be Chinese, right?
Definitely a Mac.
Yup!
Yeah, let's
Well, actually, no, even
Let's go.
Polytech!
There we go.
Dude, like, here's the thing. So, yeah, there's the Snap-on Hellfire. Either this dude was flexing, or he's literally just using the guns that he's had. What do you think?
It's got to be the guns that he's had
It's
since
got to be.
Yeah, there's no way it's
since there was a group of people that he wasn't in that was selling the original trigger, like back in the
Yeah.
90s. That wasn't him. Totally different guy, but that guy might have had guns then that was like the guns
Those,
he has
yeah, a
now,
lot
maybe.
like these. Yeah, this is a different guy, though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Completely different.
This guy,
company.
he just found the cache. The door.
That's great. And
There
and
is
then
a charm to this, though.
down at the bottom, the stepchild says, "Please, sir, it's been three,
Yeah, no,
three
he's-
years.
look, he got his
3 years
other
since I've
picture
had
removed.
something to eat."
Oh, man. That is the product that's most interesting to me, though. Here.
Yeah, because that's different.
Yeah. That's on some other stuff. And yes, I have to be medicated to deal with this. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Big update, November 2017. Oh, no. This one's awesome. I remember this one. I remember this one. Oh, my God. This is so good.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I saw a word in here. Oh, no.
I don't remember the time, November 27th.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God. Listen, get them now. ASAP, we have them in stock. There's a growing wait time just because of the volume of the orders daily. Purchasing now guarantees you delivery. Somebody else read this paragraph. Evan, this one's on you.
Each day after 10/2/17 has increased delivery time considerably. Orders are filled in the order that they are received. Needless calling and email slows it all down and keeps all others from receiving their orders. Do not order if you are impatient, period. Your vested interest is sure to rise in value. Thank you and God bless free America.
We are shipping every day and working 12 to 14-hour shifts. We want to thank all of those who understand and apologize to those whose orders we have had to cancel because they simply cannot wait or understand what we are trying to accomplish here.
You're trying to make a quick buck.
We also had to prohibit those whose attempt to rush us by involving credit card companies, as this results in permanent cancellation as well as barring future purchases. Now, Ivan, this last one's on you, buddy.
Oh man, I have to read this one.
This one's on you, buddy.
Please note that the prices on slide fire stocks and bump stocks have risen due to the request of the manufacturers. I don't.
Not true.
I distinctly remember the opposite happening. They were giving them away. They couldn't give them away quick enough. Anyway, slide fire, Cabela's, cheaper than dirt, etc., have removed them for sale due to due to recent Las Vegas incident on the news. There was a recent Las Vegas incident.
Gun broker fools are paying $400 and up on auctions. So if you want one, get one here. We have the last remaining slide fire stocks for under $300. But look,
So after they spent their whole thing like shitting on the pump fire stock, as soon as they're on the chopping block, they're like, "But wait!"
Their website didn't even mention selling them before.
well, it's because it look. So no, that's because the completely other website, right, that actually sells the project. That's not them.
I forgot it was a
Right, yeah,
conglomerate.
no, it's a different. No, it's not. It's a different thing. It's a more different thing. But listen, it's all beside the point because the Hellfire Gen 2 is a far better system at a far better price regardless. We sell them all with 30 years experience. Wait, hold on. 30 years experience.
Put that calculator away. It was a different company that we just found their cash.
Yeah, we
but
found the
that
cash.
gave us experience.
Click for the main trigger store. Click for the store. Click for store. Click for store. Click for... Buy now, RockinLock. FlamingText.com. This is and this is the sad end of the AOL email address. Yeah, now it's gone.
The end of an era.
How are
But
we
the
supposed to
child
get in contact
remains.
with
The child. You gotta call them. They love talking. Hey, let's get...
I'm sure they love talking.
They love talking. And now, yeah, they've added another line break and
Due
increased
to recent Las Vegas incident
on the news.
on the news.
Oh.
Have you checked the news? Las Vegas.
Nothing interesting happened in Las Vegas.
Gentlemen, I regret to inform you, Las Vegas. The news.
They got cashed a lot in November.
Because there was a notable Las Vegas that happened.
We gotta change. Listen, it is simply not fair for you to sit there and call at us. It is simply not fair to the decent, sensible, patriotic customers who want to own a last bit of freedom and who are patiently understand. Listen, I just want my crumb of freedom in the form of a $59.99 Hellfire Gen 2 so I can affix it to my Colt SP1 or perhaps a Norinco Mac 90.
Or the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, or maybe I could possibly wiggle the Glock.